Alright, y'all, so here's a T3 dual run. I have a build guide here. Quick overview. Holy Aura, obviously, it's massively great. We build it for fire damage, and then we come over here at cleansing and healing effectiveness, and then we're doing it some for ward generation here. Okay. Void cleave. We're doing fire. We're converting to fire. Then we're coming over here. We're shredding armor, and then we're adding some void res, and then we're adding some pretty nice ravaging aura damage. And then I've just put 5 in there for more spell damage and area to help with our overall damage over time. Judgment. The hit damage is 45k almost, but we're using this for almost 19k. So we're almost 30k when they're both hitting. Ravaging Aura and Judgment Consecrated Ground are hitting. They're both hitting for about 30k, but we also shredding armor. Every time we're Void Cleave, we're shredding armor, and Judgment Consecrated Ground is shredding armor. Pretty nice. Symbols, here I went for more damage rather than the block chance and block effectiveness. I may change that up on harder content, but all in all, this is what, and I'm going for haste because, I love haste. Okay, now let's look at the gear. Avaroth's Command, this is what makes this build kind of shine. We did do a jewel res earlier, and we added a little bit of spell damage to help with the damage. We're using atrophy instead of the fire gloves, hands of judgment, because penetration against all resistances. I will actually want to get another atrophy and throw in something like attunement, damage over time, stuff like that. If I could get that to roll on a 2 LP, I'd be happy. Stymied Fate, damage over time. Not much for us here because we're not using lunge, transplant, shift, etc. 1-2 Judgment, I need to find one with 4-2 Judgment on it and I'll be happy. Or Exalt with 4-2 Judgment and a nice fire-based relic. Jewel res for now, because 60% spell damage turns into 180% spell damage when we use a traversal skill, which we're using Healing Hands, which also is pretty nice damage on. Wings of Argentus, I bought this off the market for kind of cheap, and then I just put it in a Nemesis egg. Immolator's Ablation, I'm using this for elemental damage over time. Again, I bought a 1 LP on this one, and I just had a belt that dropped, and it just worked out. Ashes of Mortality, I need to put that in a Nemesis egg and find another one of these, because I want to see how good or bad my ward can get, and, well, quite frankly, I need a little better, right? That's nicer on the ward retention side, not as nice on the fire damage side. And using this for spell damage, I want to find a unique amulet that I can throw this on and feel happy about. And then Calamity that we are going to be putting fire damage over time on to try to help boost.
Do not do that.
There we go, got her down to a first ward trigger.
Is impossible. The future cannot be denied.
I cannot do that. cannot do that.
No. Get calmed down.
Escape is impossible.
Ooh, almost got. And there you go.
Still so much to learn.
There's a helmet. Let's see. I just want to see on the ward retention. I don't care about the helm that much. Health regen, don't care. Spell crit chance, no thanks. Health regen, don't care. And then... yeah. So that's that. About 330. Let's see what that goes up to. Not that good. Well, it's still going up, but not that impressive to me. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. Boom, and now let's see what we're at. 20K there. And 11. So we're up to 31,000+ damage over time. That is not bad. Plus, it gets better. For leveling, we can have our scepter, fire starter scepter, and now I basically have a really good, because we also have swipe. So we have a real good concept here for leveling. It wouldn't be a complete build guide if I didn't at least show you my charms or idols. I went for basically healing effectiveness, and then this has damage over time, damage reflected. I was like, why not? Alright, so that's that. And as you can see, we did do T3 Jura. We were a little bit squishy. But now we have a little bit more damage, so it'll be easier to cover up. Now, this is more of my leveling from mid-game to end-game build. I'm using this mainly for monoliths, monolith clearing, getting through the echoes, trying to build woven echoes. Let's go here. Is there anything that can give me more points? But y'all, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And until next time, be easy, be well. That's, as you can see, pretty simple. If you're online in Merchant's Guild, this is very easy to get, and like, that's not the best roll on the shield, and it was just kind of screwed us, but at the same time, it helps a lot.
May the weaver's threads grace you, traveler.
Let's see.
How may I assist you?
I'm not seeing anything that can help me get great on. But anyways, y'all, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you like, what you don't like on this. I know that Vengeance seems to be the cookie cutter build this season, but all in all, I like this. We're healing. We have good heal rates. We have good resist. Overall, we are doing everything everything we can to damage as much as we can and heal for as much
May
as
the
we
Weaver's
can.
it will be beautiful.
And then,
I assure you.
so far we're 83 in here. All I even do was T3 jewel run, not enough. Here, let me do an easier thing. Okay, we'll go here. Let's do an empowered monolith real quick. I'll show y'all. Mini, mini, miny, mo. Follow the EXP home. It really didn't matter because they both had those leading EXP home. Alright. So let's do this, get our judgment down. Ooh, XP. Just right.
Stand down or die.
Oh, look at that, a boss drop. I'm pretty sure someone liked that. Got my key. Alright, so we have basically 3 lightless armor loops. This might be a little too much here. Clear those guys out.
Out of mana.
Oh! It's been a while since I've seen this guy. The cuckoo! Let's try this. Oh, I can't. Level 86. Crap. Oh well. So there's the Exile Mage for y'all. Now let's see.
I cannot do that.
There's a champion. And rare mobs are twisty to me. Champion.
I cannot do
shit.
that.
There we go. I think that was bugged or something, to be honest. Because that not usually the case. Like we're switching. Maybe I just missed with my threading. Okay, so we have a tombs that I'm going to do as a bonus for y'all. Alright, so all in all, let me know in the comment section how good or bad you like this build. To me it's fun. We're throwing down holy and shadow damage around us, which in many games it has an alert to it, or makes it interesting. Hey, it makes it more fun for me. Like we're just wrecking. I kind of see armor sword. Oh, that was a champion. Could hardly notice that tactic died. Bite health regen, that's decent. Another mage guy.
I cannot do that.
Here we go. Let's do another exiled mage and show off a little bit.
Courses through me.
I cannot do that.
The judges will find you.
Oh, we can do that! Yes! I like that! Alright. Alright, y'all, so here we go. Also on Tombs. Forgive me, but I like getting these chests. Now I'm gonna do another video on how I play my Tombs. Ooh. This is actually really good if you're spec like me into the Lizard's path. 213, not that good. Spell damage on the staff. 12 minutes, I'll take it. Alright. Here we go. Let's see how we do on this boss, right?
Has been spun.
I cannot do that.
Is incomplete.
Did that take forever? Not so much. I was kind of fast enough that I'm like, I almost blinked twice and it was dead. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, damage over time I'll take, then endurance. Alright, so there we go. That's my build. You saw me do a Jura, you saw me do Tombs, Champions, Mage, Nemesis. We didn't run into, unfortunately, but they would share the same fate. All in all, super easy, super fun. You don't need all of this gear. Only piece of gear you really need if you're wanting to do Void Cleave is this, or a two-handed sword, but you'll be spec'd differently from the spell damage with the shield. I will do a guide on this, and when I post this video, I will put it down in the description. Look in the description, grab it, and then I'll try to link some of my other videos in the description. If you're just starting out, I did Void Knight leveling guide. I'm going to do maybe a Paladin leveling guide soon, but it doesn't matter. You want to level as Void Knight, Paladin. Void Knight's better earlier, and then but Paladin's better later. Best I can describe it. Because once you get judgment, you're boss mode. Alright, so that's that. If you have any questions, comments, drop a comment below. Let me know. If you're trying to follow my live streams, they're on twitch.tv/Drakthorz. I usually stream every day, but I wanted to get some of these build guides out there for y'all. So that I don't get scatterbrained and start chatting off. Don't forget, like, follow, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, and we're not spec correctly. Like, we're not using Smite, Vengeance, Rival, Multis right here. So, for us, it would have been better to have it Invite. But I'm too cheap to respec. And this is probably the most required node on this tree, alongside this. You can't go wrong with that. But anyways, you can build it however you want. You can face roll this whole tree and probably still be halfway decent. But until next time, y'all, be well, treat others well, and leave a comment. Let me know how you like it, what paladin build you're doing, what you're using to level to 100 with, and until next time, y'all, take it easy and treat others well as you want to be treated well. All right.